What poppin'? Welcome back to another vlog, man. Right now we is on our way walking downtown, as you can see. And today, man, is a very special video. As y'all know, the year is coming to a close. And with that being said, man, today we're gonna just talk about 24 things that I personally learned in 2024. Now, I had to make a list for this one. You know what I'm saying? I had so many things, y'all. I could talk for hours and hours. You already know that. So I made me a list. We're gonna talk about it. Let's get to it. Number one on the list, man, we have that God's peace overcomes all understanding, man. Oh my goodness, let's talk about it. So this year, as y'all know, earlier in the year, I made a video called Gaining Peace. You know, it's on my channel if you want to go look at it. And in that video, I talked about, you know, what helped me gain peace in my life, in my circumstances. And a big thing was surrendering all my problems to God. Whatever I'm going through, I'm giving it to God. And when I tell y'all that in 2024, I have come to a level of peace that even I don't understand how I'm this peaceful. Chilled out, relaxed. I'm at the point where my peace is the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not entertaining nothing if it's gonna go against the peace that God's given me. A lot of things that you go through in life, it may affect the next person, but to you stay chilling, man. And it's a very, very powerful skill to have, because once you acquire God's peace, ain't nothing that you want to stop it, bro. There's nothing else in the world that you want other than God's peace. I'm trying to tell you. Next thing I learned, man, is you cannot let things that you cannot control you. You know, a lot of times in life, you know, and I fall into it myself, we let things that are out of our control dictate how we feel, dictate how we move, dictate what we're gonna do next. And one thing that I've learned for sure is that if things are outside of your control, you should not let it bother you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It may give some thoughts. It may make you think like, hey, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? But you cannot let it control your mood. You cannot let something that is out of your control you. Because then at that point, you're letting something that is out of your control you. What can you do if you're being controlled by things that you can't control? So anytime that something's out of your control, if something goes bad, let it be, man. Let it happen. Just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these negative things control you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're bigger than it at the end of the day. Number three, man, and it's cold out here, bro. At the end of the day, you win. A lot of times we go through things and we don't see the end. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was making a video about it where sometimes you're going through a storm and all you see is the storm. You don't see the sunshine at the end of the storm. You don't see the rainbows that come with God's promise at the end of the storm. All you're seeing is the lightning, the thunder. You know what I'm saying? You're hearing all the noise. You're in the middle of the storm. You may not feel like you're winning. You may not feel like you're gonna win. You may feel like, ah, man, I'm in a season where I'm bound to lose, bro. Everything around me is just lose, lose, lose. But let me tell you, man, everything is a season. You have up seasons, you have down seasons. And at the end of the day, you win, regardless of what season you're in. Because check this out. If you're winning, you're winning. You're up. If you're losing, all that is a lesson. All losing is a learning lesson. And what do you do with those lessons? You use them to win next time. So when you start thinking about it like that, when you start thinking about the fact that you can't lose ultimately, you know what I'm saying? You may fall down a couple times, but that doesn't mean you lost the race, man. Think of life as like a marathon. If you fall in a marathon, you know what I'm saying, you trip up on your shoelace and you fall, does that mean the race is over? No, the race don't end until you cross that finish line. So don't worry about the losses, man, because at the end of the day, you win, regardless on what place you come in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we feel like we're losing because we keep on thinking about other people, trying to compare. That's when you feel like you're losing, because you say, oh, I'm going through all this and this person over here is winning. No, bruh, we all win. The place you come in don't matter, twin. It don't matter as long as you keep on running your race. Even if you fall, as long as you keep running, you gon' win. You know, next up on the list, bro, we have solitude. You know what I'm saying? I remember I had an old friend, you know, she always used that word solitude, and I never knew what that meant, you know what I'm saying, until I looked into it myself. Solitude means being by yourself, man, isolating. But not only being by yourself, but enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand not everybody enjoys being alone. I understand that. Some people like having people around them. But like we said before, anytime God is ready to use you, he will isolate you. And you may be wondering, hold on, I'm gonna go across the street. You may be wondering, why does God isolate the people that he uses? And that's because he isolates you to build you. You know, a lot of times you can't be built by God when you have all these negative things around you. So, you know, before God uses you, he's gonna isolate you, and he's gonna put you in a position to where it's literally just you and him. But when you're in that position, bro, learn to enjoy it. And if you all want, I'm gonna make a full video about that whole topic, but learn to enjoy the solitude, because there's a lot of good things that come with it, and you never really understand it, because a lot of the times when we're by ourselves, the first thing we try to do is not be by ourselves. We try to call up the homies, you know what I'm saying? We try to kick it with other people because we don't like being alone. But sometimes, man, you gotta just take a step back. You gotta think, God, why do you have me alone? And then dive into it, bro. Dive into the things that you never thought of before. Learn yourself. Learn what you really like. Grow in yourself. All that comes with solitude, bro. You can't really do that when you got a group of people all the time around you. You can't figure out yourself when you got everybody around you all the time. So that's why you gotta stay isolated sometimes. I'm not saying it's all the time, because there's definitely season in life. There'll be a season to be isolated. There'll be a season to have people around. You know what I'm saying? But when God puts you in a certain season, there's no need to fight it, bro. Learn why you got put in that season and enjoy it. And when you do, I'm trying to tell you, it will change your perspective on life. Because once you get to the point where you can have peace and have fun while being isolated, it's gonna really, really give you a better discernment on who you should have around you. Because when we just want to be around people so we're not lonely, we'll accept anybody to come around. But when you value your own time, when you value your own space, when you value yourself, when you don't mind being alone because you just value it better, you'll attract the right people to have around you. Not just anybody will be able to come into your circle. You know what I mean? Big boy Hemi come through sliding. Hey man, number 6, we got action over planning. Now y'all, this is coming from someone that's been a procrastinator for a little while now. You know what I'm saying? That was probably one of the biggest things I had to deal with this year, bro. Just procrastinating and pushing things off. And a lot of times what I would do is anytime something will come up, boom, I'll be like, all right, bet, let me put it in my tomorrow schedule. Let me put it into this plan that I have for the next week, rather than just doing it. And what I realized is that when you actually just take action and do things, and it can be the smallest things, it could be a phone call or it could be starting a project, action will always beat planning. And I remember at first you couldn't tell me that. At first when I heard that, I was like, nah, bro, you wrong, bro. I gotta plan my days, make sure they perfect. But that's not it, bro, because the same time you spend trying to plan, trying to schedule out, trying to see how it will fit, you could have already done it. The same thing that you've been saying, oh, I'm gonna do that next week. Oh, I'm gonna do that next week. I'm gonna do that next week. You could have been had that done. And it didn't take me until really now to really understand that. You'll see life just start progressing way faster because now you're taking actionable steps instead of just trying to plan everything. Because ultimately, you can't plan everything, you know? Sometimes there's just things you just gotta do. Next, we got do it for you, even if others don't understand, you know? There's a lot of things where we take risks. Because, you know, over here we take risks. If you're not a risk taker, you're not gonna like my channel. I ain't gonna lie to you, because over here we take the risk. You know what I'm saying? We do things over here that other people are scared to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just not gonna understand why you do the things you do, what makes you do the things you do. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. But what I'm here to say is, do it for you. Don't worry about what the next man's saying, bro, because at the end of the day, what I've come to realize is that everyone that doesn't understand now, those same people are going to be at the finish line when you figure it out. So don't worry about them. Don't let what they say dictate what you got going on. Because as soon as you make some shake, as soon as you make it work, they the same people that trying to get put on next. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about anybody that trying to come at you, trying to say, oh, I don't understand why you always do this. Why can't you just be like this? You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about them people, man. Don't worry about it. Because at the end of the day, they'll be the same ones at the finish line saying, oh, I believed in you. But next up on the list, we got start before you got it all figured out. Just like the last one we was talking about where action is better than planning, starting is 99% the hardest part of anything. You know, and a lot of times, let's just keep it a buck, man. We make excuses. You know, we make excuses. We say, oh, I need this before I can start. I need that before I can start. I need this to happen. I need that to happen. Bro, just start. Just start, man, and see where it takes you. A lot of times we let all these little minor things stop us from where God wants to take us. God already said in the Bible that he's given us everything that we need. And to be honest, if you're watching this on a phone, you have everything that you need. Phones nowadays got everything. Like, there's really nothing else you really need. Even for my YouTubers, bro, you can start off of a phone. Clothing brand people, you can start off of a phone. You can start streaming off of a phone. It's 2024, about to be 2025 now. These phones can do practically everything. Yet we still make the excuse that we don't have the equipment that we need. You know what I'm saying? Just make it work. Start before you have everything figured out, bro. And work as you go. Because I'm telling you from experience, you don't want to start after you bought all this good equipment and you don't even know how to use it because you haven't started. I could tell you 100% that a person with experience with less quality stuff can outperform a person with the best quality but no experience. So just start, man. You know what I'm saying? Because over time, you'll get that better equipment. Over time, you'll get the best software. But you know what I'm saying? You don't want to have all that good stuff and not know how to use it. You want to be in a position to where when you get that stuff, you know how to utilize it. It makes sense. So go ahead and start the thing that you need to start. All the extra equipment, all the stuff that you think you need, it'll come eventually. But for right now, you just need to start because the year about to end and we was in the same spot. I was talking to you guys in 2023, talking about what y'all gonna do next year. And you guys told me all the things you wanted to do. Have you done it? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I haven't done as well. You know, this YouTube stuff, we stopped being consistent, you know what I'm saying? But we back at it, you know what I'm saying? So what is it for you, bro? You know, cause ain't no excuses no more, bro. We left the excuses back in 2023. It's 2025 now, you know what I'm saying? Next up on the list, man. Oh man, y'all can see my do-rag through the ski. But next on the list, man, we have money does not equal happiness. And what I say by that, and when I answer this question all the time, because people ask, does money equal happiness? And to me, it's a yes and no type situation. Because yes, because money can buy you things to make you happy. Yes. But over time, like anything else that you buy, it will stop bringing you happiness. And then what? You're back at square one. You're going to buy something else? What you really need to understand is how to get happiness without money, because you can be happy without money. Person that says, oh, money buys happiness, take away their money from them. Are they happy still? I hope so, because you gotta get to a point to where you can be happy without money. I've been having a blast right now. And what have we been doing? All we did was walk downtown. That's all we did, walk downtown, talk and record. Yet that brings me happiness. You know what I'm saying? I can sit down and draw some stuff. That brings me happiness. That's all free things though. So you gotta figure out things that don't require money that bring you happiness. And you need to lean onto those things as well. Because if all you do is think, oh, I need money to be happy. I need money to be happy. Then when your money is gone, what? You tell me you're never gonna be happy again? You don't wanna be in that situation, gang, because that's a hard situation to put yourself into. Number 10, we have pour into yourself before you pour into others. Man, this is probably one of my biggest lessons of the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type person where I'm so quick to put aside everything I got going on to help the next person. But even the Bible says it, man. You can't pour into another person if your cup is empty, you know? And it's very important because a lot of times you go and burn yourself out, try to help everybody else when you're not even helped yourself, you know? And it's very important that you help yourself out first before you help out the next person. I done been in situations myself where I done gave someone else my last before giving it to myself. You don't want to be in that position because you can be in a position where you give someone your last and they don't even appreciate it. Whole time you hurting yourself, you know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure at all times that you're on 10 before you try to help out the next person, because if you're not in the right state of mind, you can't even be that good help that that other person even needs. because you're not even good yourself. So make sure that before you go and pour into another person's cup, before you try to help out the next person, I'm not saying go be an asshole and if someone asks for help, just go flick them off. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that if you're not in a position where you're 100 with yourself, don't take on new challenges of trying to help out other people, you know? It's not wrong to direct someone to someone else to help them. You know what I'm saying? It's not wrong to say, hey, I can't help you out right now, but hit up this person right here. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. It's much better to do that than to try and do it yourself. And now you're trying to help a person and you're not even 100 yourself. You know what I'm saying? After that, we got the present moment is the most important. So enjoy it. A lot of times we think about the future. We think about the past. We saying, oh man, I wish I could do things better than I did back then. Or you're thinking, oh man, I can't wait because in the future I'm finna do this, this, and that. All you got right now is right now, bro. Right now, we're in the present. Right now, I'm talking to you, you listening to me. That's all we have right now, because tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday already happened. All you can actually control is right now. So enjoy it. Make the best of right now at all times. You know how you're gonna be able to look back and actually be happy of what you did? By doing what you need to do right now. You know what I'm saying? The only way I can say, yesterday I did good, I made a video, blah, 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 blah. The only way I can say that is if right now I make a video, is if right now I take advantage of the moment that I actually have, because the present moment is the only moment that you're actually able to have control over. You can't control the future, and the past you can't control because it's already happened. All you can do is control right now. So enjoy what you got right now, control what you have right now, and enjoy the moment, man, because even right now will pass. This video that you're watching, eventually it will be over and that moment will be gone. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you got right now to do, enjoy that bit, because the present moment is always passing. You don't want it to pass you continuously. Number 12, we got face your fears, bruh, because you don't understand how small your fears actually are until you face them. Now, y'all, one of my biggest things, I'm not gonna say I got social anxiety, but when it comes to big crowds, I'm not the one to be in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I start, like, when it comes to me, bro, like, let's say I'm in a big crowd or something, right? Let's say, and when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about like airports, you know what I'm saying? Concerts, you know what I'm saying? Even if you in the big city, but that's not even that bad. But boom, the way I have it, bro, like I'll walk into it and then I'll zone out. And then like I hear everyone's like voices. I hear all these conversations and then I just get lost in all of it, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna say it's social anxiety or nothing like that, because I've learned to, you know what I'm saying, accept it and like actually like do what I gotta do. But y'all, when I tell you I was so pussy, bro, I wouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? If you invited me to a place and I knew that it was gonna be a packed out place, I wouldn't go. And it was until I actually took the chance and did it, like gone out and faced my fears, you know what I'm saying? That's when I actually realized like, oh, this isn't even that bad. You know what I'm saying? I was tripping out for this. This ain't nothing. But you don't get to that point until you actually face your fears. Like now I'm able to walk around the city, vlog. I used to not be able to do that a couple years ago. I'd be petrified to talk to a camera in public. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people look at you and this is my job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to learn to get uncomfortable. I had to learn how to face those fears, because once you face the fear and realized how small it actually is, you realize this small thing has been stopping me from doing what I needed to do. You're gonna brush right past it, bro, and all of a sudden the fear is gone. All of a sudden now I can walk in the biggest crowds and I can motherfucking hold my camera like it's nothing. Y'all was with me last year when I was in Atlanta, the most busy airport in the world, vlogging around that bit like it's nothing. I couldn't do that before, y'all, and I wouldn't have even tried until you actually face your fear. I'm telling you, you do it one time, bro, you gonna realize this is what I was scared for the whole time, and you're gonna be straight, I promise. Number 13, we have, if God brought you to it, he will bring you through it. Now, this is one of my favorite sayings. I love saying this because it's true, man. God will not bring you to a situation for you to just fail. He'll bring you to a tough situation for you to realize that you need to rely on him. He'll do that, but he'll never bring you to a place just for you to fail. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Think about the Bible days, man. When Moses let all the people, all the Israelites free, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, they faced the Red Sea. All of a sudden now, They're in front of this big ass sea. They can't walk through it. And then they have the Egypt people coming after them. Moses said, God, why'd you bring me to this position? Just to kill me? And what did God do? He parted the Red Seas and they got through. You know what I'm saying? So what does that tell you though? It tells you that whatever situation you're going through, whatever hardship you're going through, it's for a reason. God brought you there to make you stronger. God brought you there for you to understand that you can actually go through anything. There's nothing in this life God will bring you through just to leave you there and say, oh, got you there, now look at you, you stuck. No, bro. God will bring you to a situation for you to rely on him for that strength that you don't have, for you to rely on him for the answers that you don't have. And he'll take you through it, bro, as long as you trust and rely on him. That's the whole reason why he brought you to that situation in the first place. Number 14, man, we got find a way to enjoy everything, even if it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm sitting in a freaking empty ass park, you know what I'm saying, on our little stop here. It's cold. As you can see, my hands are red, but we still got to enjoy it, bro. Whatever you're going through, bro, you can be in debt, have $0 to your name, your girl just cheated on you, you know what I'm saying, on some crazy stuff. Enjoy the moment, bro, because if you can enjoy any moment, even the bad moments, you're gonna look back on everything and be fine. You know what I'm saying? It unlocks a different type of strength to be able to see the good in everything, you know, because it's so easy to be a victim. In 2024, a lot of people choose to be that victim. A lot of people choose to just fall over and say, you know what, I'm not doing it no more. But you have the opportunity, you have the choice to take anything and see the bad in it. You could be in debt right now, you know what I'm saying? You could have $0 to your name. Instead of looking at it as a bad thing, you could say, you know what, God, I'm gonna look at this as a good thing. And now I get to be in a position to see your power work. You know what I'm saying? Your girl may have cheated on you, gang. You can say, you know what, God, I thank you that you let this happen to let me know that my true wife is still out there. You know what I'm saying? What else could happen? Your house could burn down. You can say, God, even this is a sucky position, you know what I'm saying, I can appreciate the fact that you're now moving me into a better situation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see the good in everything. Your car can break down. You can say, you know what, God, I thank you for letting me now be in a position to use and learn other forms of transportation. You know what I'm saying? To broaden my view on transportation. You know, you need these things, bro, because if you start looking at these bad situations, enjoying them and seeing the good in them, that's how you turn these L's into W's. I can't even fold my hands, bro. My hands cold. But that's how you turn losses into W's, bro, by looking at the good in it and trying to see what you can learn, what you can pick out of it, what you can take with you. Because just being a victim and just, you know, I'm trying to be sad for yourself, you ain't gonna learn nothing from that. You ain't gonna grow from that. You'll grow from actually enjoying the situation, no matter it is. And I understand it can be hard. Trust me, I understand that. But when you have God on your side, he can make any situation, no matter how bad it is, turn to a positive. Trust me. Number 15, man, we got try new things. You never know what you like, you know? And you hearing that from a real picky person, bro. I'm a picky person when it comes to food, when it comes to trying new things. I'm picky. You know what I'm saying? I like what I like and I don't stray far from it. But one thing I learned is that you got to try new things. You won't know what you like until you try it. For example, me just coming downtown, bro. Me coming downtown. You wouldn't catch me coming downtown freaking a little while ago. Wouldn't catch me. Especially walking downtown, would not catch me doing that. Why? I would say, why would I do that? Oh, even walking in general, bro. I used to not be a walker at all. Y'all know I have my whip. I be zooming. But until I actually started doing something new, you know what I'm saying? Going on walks, you know what I'm saying? Being grounded, I learned to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Even small things like walks, man. I used to never be a walker, bro. I used to be zooming in the coupe, you know what I'm saying? Whipping around. It wasn't until, you know what I'm saying, I decided, you know what? Let's take a walk today. You know what I'm saying? Let's just walk and talk. Let me walk, let me talk to God. Let me walk, let me listen to an audiobook. Let me walk, listen to a podcast. I learned to love it, you know what I'm saying? And now I walk more than I drive. You know what I'm saying? I could have drove down here, but, you know what I'm saying, I walk. Why? Because I took the chance. I tried something new, something that I didn't like doing, that I thought I didn't like doing, and now I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So try that new thing that you've been putting off, bro. You don't know where it can take. Number 16, we got low moments are made to make you, not break you. Like we said before, man, these moments that God put you in, you know what I'm saying? You may be saying, God, why am I in this position, bro? God, why am I in this sucky position? I don't want to be in this position, bro. He did that to build you. Because he knows if he were to take you all the way up here straight like that, you wouldn't be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? There's certain lessons that you have to learn through taking some L's. You know what I'm saying? But all an L is a lesson. It's meant to build you. You know what I'm saying? If you ever started a business and that thing failed, failure was only meant for you to learn from it to start the next business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when I started my e-com store this year? That bit was booming. You know what I'm saying? That bit was going crazy. And then what happened? I got deleted. You know what I'm saying? I was pissed. I was saying, God, why me? But if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be in the position where I am now, to the point where I can build someone else's website. You know what I'm saying? Start another person's brand. You know what I'm saying? Have my own employees. I wouldn't have been in that position if I was still in the position of my last place, running that e-com store on Etsy. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the L's you take, you know, is always, you take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. All it does is just propel you to the next 2 steps, you know? It's all about perspective though, because a lot of the times we'll go through things and think life's over just because we took 1 L. Hell nah, twin. You gotta use it to better yourself. Let's say that girl cheated on you. Oh, tough. Now you know the red flags for the next time. Let's say your house burned down on some crazy stuff. Now you know you should have had them fire alarms on. You know what I'm saying? They've been beeping for years now. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have them fire alarms put out. Now you know there's certain things you just gotta learn. As humans, we are very stubborn people. I'm just saying that as a human race, bro. We're stubborn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times God needs to put us in humbling positions for us to learn. But that's not a bad thing, bro. It's meant to make you better. Number 17, man, we got, if you look only at the material, you will miss out on the blessings that God gives. I say this year, like 80% of the blessings God has given me has not been material. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I've gotten financial blessing. Yes, I've gotten blessings material wise. Yes, I am blessed material wise. But a lot of God's blessings are intellectual. A lot of them are spiritual. A lot of them are human connection. A lot of them are blessings that you'll take for granted because they're not material. So if you're only looking, only praying, only seeking things that are material, God, I want this house, I want this car, I want this penthouse, I want this apartment. If you only look at the material stuff, you'll miss out on all the things that God has been doing throughout the years. He's been doing it every day. You know what I'm saying? We're up right now. I'm alive, breathing, sniffing this good old oxygen. You woke up today. There's tens of thousands of people that didn't wake up today, but we did. That's a blessing, you know? But a lot of times we take these little things for granted, you know? Check this out, twin. Look at it. Cold water. They been busting. A lot of times we take this for granted, bro. You go to Africa, the water's all muddy, clouded, you know? So it'll be the little things that we take for granted, bro. These little blessings that we get every day, you'll miss them. If you only think about the big blessing, you only think about the material stuff, you go miss out on all the things God's blessing you for. Next up, man, you know what I'm saying? This is something that I'm constantly learning every day, and that's to be 100% unapologetically yourself. You know, a lot of times, even me, bro, I tend to dumb myself down a little bit to try and fit in with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a real, I say energetic person. I say I got some good charisma, high charisma. You know what I'm saying? I got some swagger to my talk, you know? And a lot of times you gonna stand out if you like that, bro. A lot of times you gonna be different, bro. You know, you may walk into a place, you got a full, nice orange neon tracksuit on. Everybody's wearing white, black, and gray. But that's needed though. God puts you in the position to be that difference, to be that one that stands out. It's for a reason, you know? And a lot of times I feel like we dumb ourselves down to try to fit in, try to look cool. But what's cooler than being yourself, bro? You know? And one thing that I learned is that the only way you can have people around you that value you for you is by always being yourself. If you're trying to fit in just to be cool, just to have friends, you only have those friends for being someone that you're not. And me personally, I don't want that. I want people around me that mess with me for me and what I really am, you know? Not for what you think I am, not for what you want me to be. I'm gonna be me regardless, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, continue to be yourself, continue to not care and just be who you are. A lot of opportunities come to those who are not afraid to take a step in their uniqueness. A lot of people are gonna get opportunities and be in positions just off the fact that they're being themselves. Because once you're yourself and you stand out from the crowd, you are now the one that people look at. How are they supposed to look at you and see your potential, see all the talents that you got if you're trying to hide it and blend in with everybody else? Screw that, man. Be yourself, gang. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Be who God made you to be. He made you to be unique. He made you to be different for a reason, bruh. So stop trying to be like everybody else. Be yourself. Next up, man, last 5, bro. Last 5, we got tap into your childhood habits. It unlocks your creativity. Now, this year, I've been really doing stuff that's different, y'all. I'm back drawing. I'm not good at it, but there's certain things that we did as kids that fueled our creativity. Stuff like drawing, you know what I'm saying? Playing around, you know? Swimming. That's like, there's certain things I'm doing now that I haven't done since I was a kid, bro. You know, going to the pool, hitting laps in the pool. You know what I'm saying? Drawing. Let me show y'all one of my drawings, man. Now look, don't judge now. Don't judge now. I be on some bored stuff. I'm not a real artist. But this is something I just finished drawing, yo. I did this yesterday. I just finished this today. Look at this train. For example, this is just a drawing that I did, bro. It's nothing crazy, bro. I'm not out here trying to be no artist or nothing. But the things that you did as a child, that's what gave your creativity as a child. And a lot of times I feel like as we get older, we lose that creativity. Why? Because we stop doing the things that made us creative. So tap back into it, man. Especially if you're trying to get creative again. Especially if you're looking for that spark again. Tap back into those things that you did as a child, bro. Whether it's listening to music, going outside to hoop. You know what I'm saying? If it's just drawing something small, it could be anything, bro. But tap into it, because the same way how that stuff made you creative back then, it'll re-spark that creativity in you, man. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, man, let's get back to the city, bro. Let's keep on walking. Now, number 20, man, is that you're never too far from God. Now, I'm human just like you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? We all fall short. We all fall short to the glory of God. I know sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you may do something and you may feel that guilt. You may feel that shame. You may feel like, oh man, how could God ever forgive me? Is this thing bungee cord? Look at this. Oh, that's tough. You know, sometimes we do things and it's like, oh, I don't know how God's gonna forgive me for this. I done messed up too many times. But the crazy thing is that God already knew you was gonna sin. And the good thing is that he's already forgiven you for that sin. That's why Jesus died in the first place, right? So understand that you're never too far from God, because that's one of the biggest things that I be hearing. People will do something, or people will be like, oh, I want to get closer to God, but I've just sinned too many times, man. I feel like I'm too far gone. And that's not the case, bro. You know, we may feel like it is, but it's really not. You're never too far from God. He's always there, and he always wants you to come to him. That's the thing that people don't talk about. He wants you to come to him. He already knew that you did that sin, yet he still wants you to come to him. Number 21, man. When you're in doubt, give it to God, bro. I can tell you one of the biggest things I learned this year is that prayer is probably the answer to everything. Let's keep it a buck, because we'll all go through times where we don't know what to do next. We don't know what to say. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. Prayer is that step that you can take that will always be the right answer. You know, so whenever you're in a situation where you don't know what to do, you're literally just sitting there and you're like, fudge, man, what do I do? Just hit the prayer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Talk to God. Say, God, I don't know what to do, but I need your guidance. I need your strength. I need your authority over the situation. And when you're sincere about this type of stuff, he will come through for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you this from experience. And if you don't believe me, go read the Bible yourself, man. There'll be thousands of other situations that you can take from. Number 22, and this is a real exciting one. And that is the fact that you will become the person that you always wanted to be. You know, right now, I want you to do something. Close your eyes and think of the perfect you. What do you look like? What are you wearing? What are you driving? Where do you live? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? And I'm here to tell you, you will and can become that person. It is 100% possible. And I'm telling this as a fact, because when I start looking around, I be telling myself like, oh shoot, I'm the person that I always wanted to be. When I was 14 and I was saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm gonna become this person, I'm gonna do this, do that. I'm now living out that reality 8 years later, and it's a crazy thing to think about, because it's like that stuff really comes true. So whatever you tell yourself, whatever you say, hey man, in 5 years I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna look like that, I'm gonna do this and that stuff will dead ass happen, bro. And be careful, because you may say something negative about yourself and that stuff will come true as well. Your words are super powerful. The power of the tongue is super powerful. The tongue is one of the most powerful things in our body. The power of the tongue, the things that you say, everything, the things that you say over yourself will come to pass. So I'm here to tell you that that person that you want to be, you can be to become that person. And over time, you will become that person. I can't say it'll happen in 1 year. I can't say it'll happen in 2 years. I don't know when it'll happen for you. But I'm now at a point where I can look around and say, holy crap, I'm living the same thing that I said I wanted to be when I was a kid. And it's an amazing feeling. So I'm here to tell you that this stuff is possible. This stuff stuff is real. Number 23, man, and this is what I talked about. Just this goes back to the first point we made. Never argue, bro. One of the biggest things I learned, don't even argue with people no more. Don't argue, simply have conversation. And if you're with somebody and they can't have a normal civil conversation with you, what's the point of arguing with them? Just think about it. If a person can't have a normal conversation, they must argue. That conversation isn't going nowhere. Hold on, we finna go hop up this thing real quick. Let me see where this is going. I'm telling you, 99% of arguments don't lead anywhere positive. Your opinion doesn't change, their opinion doesn't change. A lot of times we get into arguments though because of ego, because we want to feel like we're right, you're wrong. Once you let go of that ego and you say, you know what, you can believe what you want to believe, I'll believe what I want to believe, we'll end it at that. I'm telling you, the peace of mind that you get will be much better. You'll be able to handle problems much better between two people if you guys have civil conversations rather than trying to argue about everything. And I'm saying that from experience, man. Once you start arguing as well, you're more respected. I'm saying you don't let emotions get the best of you. You grow stronger in who you are. You grow stronger in your opinions. And I'm not saying that everything that you do will be correct. You may be wrong in some things. Even if you're wrong, you know what I'm saying? Let them say what you did wrong and keep it pushing. There's no point in trying to argue back your case. If you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. If you're in the right, you're in the right. But arguing leads to nothing. Trying to fight over pointless things leads to nothing. So 9 times out of 10, bro, unless it's about family, unless you're trying to down my family or something, I'm not arguing with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my peace, because all arguing is gonna do is take away my peace. And now both of us are having conflict with each other. Rather, just have a civil conversation. You state your point, I state my point, and we keep it pushing, you know? And that's just a much healthier way of resolving conflicts. Because, y'all, I'm telling you, I done seen it all, bro. I done seen things get super messy over nothing. Why? Just because they had an argument. And last but not least, bro, we have you're stronger than you think you are, and you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. I want to look at you right now and say, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, sis. You done came this far, bro. Just think about how long this year was. Think about all the things that you went through this year. And you did it. You did it, man. The fudge? Oh, what the fudge? I don't know what the fudge that was, but think about it, man. All the things you went through, all the challenges the devil tried throwing at you, you did it. You went through it. And I'm proud of you, man. A lot of times we don't give ourselves credit for the things that we go through. And that's something that we have to learn to do, man. You done been through a lot. I'm proud of you. God's proud of you. Give yourself some type of credit, man. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a reward. Give yourself a break. You go through a lot every single day. You'll grow from it. You get stronger from it. But give yourself more credit, man. When you start giving yourself credit, you'll start giving yourself gratitude. When you start giving yourself gratitude, life will become easier. I'm saying that from experience, man. So with that being said, I know this video was super long. It's probably the longest video I've made this Vlogsmas. But this was 24 life lessons that I learned this year. Hope you learned something. Anything that you learned this year, bro, put it down in the comment section. Let me know what you learned. Let me know what made you better this year, you know? And I appreciate you on joining my journey of life. You know what I'm saying? Growing with me every year. This is literally not even close to just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that we got in store. So much that life has to offer, so much that God has to do for us. And I'm excited, man, not only for my journey, but for yours. Because the same way how you're part of my journey, I'm part of your journey, man. So I really do appreciate you and everything that you do. All the support that you guys give to me means the world. And I really do appreciate it, man. I try to never take it for granted because you guys mean a lot to me, man. I really do mean that. When I say it, I'm not just capping, I'm not just talking. I really, really, really do appreciate y'all. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna catch you in the next video. I'm finna go try and edit this video today. I love y'all. Peace. Face ass.